Today I am playing the strategy game This is the Police on PlayStation 4. If the name rings a bell, that's because it's already been out on PC since last year, where it received a mixed bag of reviews. It is a game that deals with running a police force, and in turn is also a game that deals with quite a lot of touchy subjects. This is only a preview video, so I won't be going too in depth in terms of things that I'm feeling, but I'm going to show you a few bits and pieces and show off sort of the feel of the game. So to bring you up to speed, because I've gone through the tutorial already just to make it a bit more of a punchier video, you are playing a police chief who has basically been told you're retiring by the mayor. You now have 180 days to try and get yourself a nice little nest egg to, retire on. Your goal is to get 500,000, which, may seem like quite a lot of money, but that's because you're not expected to do everything by the books, and you've got to sort of weigh up when you want to play by the rules and when you don't want to play by the rules, and if you're not going to play by the rules, how you're going to do it. And as you're going through, you'll have various political maneuvers against you as well, which you're going to have to decide: are you going to bow to the pressure, or are you going to put your feet down and just refuse to buckle to it? Obviously I imagine that these will change a bit as they go along. So at the start of each day, I'm a few days in, as I said, you get these newspapers, which I'm going to click resume. So there you go. Actually, I'm going to click back in quickly, and I'm just going to quickly go into audio. I'm going to bring down those sound effects as well as the music, just so it's not going to drown me out, because I'm not going to yell. So as you can see, the newspapers sort of give you an idea of things that are going on at the moment in the town of Freiburg. It's a fictional city in America. It's created by European developers, so it's whether or not it is trying to make a political statement, it's probably trying to make a bit of a mixed one. It's hard to know. I've not played enough to really have a full-on opinion on that. But as you can see, Officer Blaine explains, I thought she was a suicide bomber. That's just something that has just happened, it would seem. So yeah, retired police officer Thomas Blaine shoots pregnant woman. So this is going to be a PR disaster, I imagine, today that I'm going to have to deal with. And as you can see at the bottom there of the fact, Mayor Rogers said he has no problem with racists, which comes back in a few days ago, where basically it seems there's a group of racists being mad fucking racists, which you sort of expect when it comes to mad fucking racists. Hopefully it all evens itself
Why
out.
would a man need a barn? To store all the stuff you can't bring home. About 30 years ago, back when I was young and interested in farming, I carried all kinds of junk home. After a day in the field, I'd come home with buckets, shovels, dirty boots and clothes, and instantly transform the living room. But even back then, there's something I always kept in the barn.
It's a nice art style to the game. It's something that feels a bit different, almost like a comic book, but it's very stylized. It's almost minimalist in its character models. So what's he got there?
I stopped keeping my pills inside the house because every time I was about to take a triple, someone would knock on my bedroom door. Now they're knocking on my barn door. Well, fine. It's not every day that someone comes to visit your barn.
If you're wondering who that voice is, it is the voice of Duke Nukem.
In all the years we worked together, Kendrick never came to visit the house. We drank at bars, went fishing, went to the mountains, even chased off some poachers one time. But he never came for dinner with the family. We never watched football over here. And now he's brought his friends to visit my barn. I always try to look unsurprised, like it's an everyday thing to get visitors at the old barn, especially guests with their own personal bodyguards. But Kendrick is sharp enough to see he's caught me with my pants on backwards.
Sorry for the surprise, Jack. We saw you from the car. Figured we'd find you in here. I'm going in for a minute, fellas. These guys will wait outside.
How long you been dating the lover boys?
They're Sans people, Jack.
Yeah. So now you're appearing in public with members of the Mafia?
Jack, I'm leaving tonight. More like fleeing. Jenny and I are taking the girls and making a run for it. Probably won't be seeing each other again. I've got new documents, a new name, a new life, everything new.
The papers say you're still working your last week for the department.
I've got to get out today. I won't be getting another chance. Don't know if you noticed, but the whole city is against me.
You told your Mafia friends about your plans.
Jack, if I don't fix everything with them in the next few hours, they're going to kill me. And not just me. My family, my relatives, God, Jack, I don't know who else. They found out that I was planning to run and they demanded that we close our contract today.
Your contract, Frank? Really? Is that how you talk now? Maybe you should call in the lawyers to straighten all this out.
Now is not the time, Jack, please. I have a commitment to them until the end of the year. They need an inside line at police headquarters. I can't just give them back the money. That's not how the Mafia works. If I can't find someone I can trust tonight, I'm dead. You know me, Jack. I wouldn't ask you if I wasn't afraid they'd cut my daughters to pieces before sunrise.
He's the damn fool who puts his daughters in the crosshairs in the first place. Anyone in my place would have dressed him down good. But I didn't want to pile it on. Fate's already got this guy's soul in the grinder.
So the situation we have here is a very dodgy Mafia man is basically trying to muscle him down and obviously try and get you as the chief of police to accept helping him. I'm wanting to play my game fairly straight for the time being. I don't want to go full-on corrupt Mafia cop, at least not on this run, so I'm going to refuse to help him. Which I'm sure will have repercussions. And I'm sure it's also a minority opinion that most of you will not want to do. So let's go with it.
I'm not gonna lecture you, Frank. I don't think I have anything to say that you don't already know. I'm sorry for your family. I wish them all the best of luck.
Not fully sure what that means. Hopefully, it's not the end. So as you're playing through the game, you've got to obviously manage a police force, but you have situations where personnel might just decide not to turn up for whatever reason, or you know, they might be sick, other things, so you sometimes have to compensate it. You need to try and, because you've got different shifts going on, you might have to try and move stuff about, but for the most part, you get issues. So obviously we see here that someone has drank too much and don't think they can hold it together today. Can I go home? Seeing as it's early doors, I'm going to say yes. Later on, I might not. Later on in the game, I suppose, where it's starting to get more tough, I will probably be harsher on these people. But for now, seeing as he's one of my better cops, I'm going to let him have the time off and just hope that this drinking problem isn't going to be a repeating issue. And so, as you can see, that leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 police officers and 2 detectives. And you get to pick your music as you start the day. Listened to most of this already. I'm going to pick this one for today just for the sake of it. And then we're going to jump in to saving it. So what you get, it's a very nice map to sort of look at. That's City Hall. So no matter your personal relationships with the city administration, your police station is at the mercy at their mercy. In order to maintain reasonable working conditions, you have to send appropriate requests to the mayor. So proceed to that. And we press the touchpad to go to City Hall. As you can see, there's still a few question marks there, things that I have not yet unlocked. Decisions from City Hall depend on whether they're satisfied with your work. You can send requests every 5 days. The fools in charge of the city may refuse outright or accept only some of your requests. So only ask for what you really need. So we've got a job slot officer, a job slot detective, request a raise in your salary. I'm going to ask for a raise because at the moment, as I said, trying to do things in the straight and narrow. Let's just have a quick look at the police station. As you can see, you can hire new detectives, but I would need to fire someone before I can hire them. And as tempting as it is, I'm not going to do that. And as you can see, there's a backlog of things that I've been asked by City Hall to fire all black police officers because of, as I said previously, talked about racist issues. I'm refusing to do that because, you know, why the fuck would I bow to them? But yeah, we'll see how that plays out. So we've got called. Calls you answer on the L2. Shit. Do not want to get this to timeouts. I need to stop talking for a second. So, we have a disorderly conduct charge here at Eddie's Burgers. Every morning there's a dirty piss-soaked bum sleeping at the cafe. The man refuses to go away and growls at anyone who approaches, scaring all the customers. Sounds like a fairly easy job, but it's one that you want to make sure goes over fairly well. Marcel Robbins, who's got fairly decent discipline, and I'm going to send Grant as well. They should be able to get themselves done. Touch of dissonance, liquor store. So you can let the call count down for a bit if you want. So we've got a fight. So, the hot dog vendor reports that he saw two Elvis impersonators grappling right there on the sidewalk. They're swearing in Spanish and beating each other with microphone stands. Which is great. That's what you want to see. So what do I want to do here? I'm thinking of sending these three. We've still got 20 seconds before dealing with this. Aha, so we got that arrested, so I know that they're coming back, and they're coming back with a boost in being good, basically. So that's fine. Let's deal with this call now. Ah, it's an armed man. I think we take SWAT. Oh, maybe they'll cool down in time. No, they're not going to. Okay, I'm going to have to send them and SWAT and hope that that's fine. It's a hot one today and a lot of people are going to go for a swim. Last 4 weeks people drowned on the beaches of Freiburg and the press was in an uproar. Please send someone to keep an eye on things. Shit. I've got no one free. I've got no one free to do this. Ah, nightmare. That's really annoying. Here's your weekly salary. So hopes we don't disappoint. There's a bit more stuff. And yeah, Fire Black Ops says to you that tomorrow is the deadline. I'm not going to do that.
311 progress.
I really need stuff to hurry up. At a gallery exhibition entitled Sex Separation, a gang of young people in ski masks forced their way in and began smashing the exhibits to shouting, "We don't need this shit in our city." Fuck it, I've only got 2. So already I'm short of staff, struggling to deal with stuff. The shop has 2 exits from which a few people have already fled. Sneak up on the back door, enter the store through the main entrance, or drive a patrol car right through the front window. Not going to do that because that's a bit drastic. I reckon sneak through the back door. Shit. Second man noticed the police presence and took the cashier hostage. He's holding his gun to the hostage's head, shouting, "Back off. I'll blow the goddamn face off." Meanwhile, the cashier is yelling in an unknown language. So when you have specifically complex missions to go on, you'll have your time to sort of have to deal with these as well. So either I want to shut up the cashier, take aim at the robber, which I don't think I've got the skills to do. I'm just going to have to threaten him here. That was a right back gamble, it seems. Whew. Thank God I took SWAT with me, because I don't think I'd have been able to do that otherwise. Okay, so we've got 15 seconds. We've got more people back, so that's good. Ernest Fitzgerald, Countryside. Jack, this year the organisers of the Golden Beast Hunt suddenly changed the rules of the annual shooting contest. It now features, this text is a bit awkward to read, but it's not terrible. Now features teams instead of single competitors. Can you send 2 of your fine marksmen? I'd really love to do well in the operation. So tempting. Let's look at the robbery. Antique Chinese necklace was stolen from Brother Lane while she was on the way to the pawn shop. So here is detectives. We've got one detective at the moment, so it makes it a bit awkward in terms of doing stuff, but never mind. I'm going to send 2 of my weakest for this. Screw it, I'm not wasting decent staff on a fairly simple thing. When stuff's done, you can go into messages holding RT. Oh shit. So one of my ongoing investigations, my detectives just died. Shit. That's my first death as well. I'm only about 5 days in, so that's how unforgiving this game can be. Destruction of property, vendor escaped, which means they'll lose a bit of confidence, which is annoying. And then we got the fight. So we got them in the fight at least. Everyone gets a bit of a boost. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ran out of time just about. It's only a vandalism case, let's send them. We did it, boys. We won. The Ernest really knows a lot about shooting. Or that Ernest even, not the Ernest. Even taught us a thing or two. He invited us out hunting to celebrate the victory. So we'll be taking a day off. We deserve it. So, ooh, sugar. Yeah, that's why I sent 2 of the weaker ones, just in case something weird did happen. You don't want to be losing your good staff to these weird sort of frivolous things, but they do help you get a bit more cash. Investigation has started. Not really much to do at the moment apart from wait for the detective to do stuff. I think that's nearly the end of the day. Just waiting to finish off that final call, aren't I? So there we go. Vandalism report. Offender caught. So overall, not a terrible day, but I can't believe I lost a detective doing a case. That was obviously prior to you guys picking it up, but yeah, that's really sad. So yeah, as you can see the next shift, everyone's sorted out. I'm probably going to have to move some people about. I'm generally a bit devastated by that. The only reason he was even on the case was because he couldn't come in because his kid was sick before. So he got shifted to shift B for a day, got put on the case, and now look at what happened. That's harsh as hell. I would not want to be a police chief. So day 6, July 20th, Saturday. So we have on the Freeburg Tribune, according to Dr. Eleanor Wanterbury, Thomas Blaine has a new form of schizophrenia. And then the Golden Bird, Thomas Blaine, pregnant woman killed, sent to mental hospital. Or sorry, pregnant woman killer sent to mental hospital. Then we got the fact, Mayor Rogers not afraid of the competition. So we go to work. So as you can see, you got a beaten down car, not exactly a man with a lot of money.
Mr. Boyd, there was a man here earlier. He left you this.
A man? What man? Who let him on this floor?
I don't know. I've never seen him before. I asked him his name, but he just ignored me. He was talking on a big telephone, you know, one of those portables. He gave me this envelope and left.
Damn. Okay, let's see about this.
You are. So yeah, that's your friend
The photo
Ed,
could
it
have
would
been
seem.
doctored, of course. But Sand doesn't go in for cheap theatrics. Kendrick is dead. His family is dead. And they probably died slowly and painfully. But Sand's got a bigger game. He's not trying to frighten me. He's just trying to clue me in on the facts. I didn't agree to work for him on my own. So now they're just going to insist.
So it seems on my...
Boyd.
Good morning, Jack. I believe you just received my message.
Who am I speaking with?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forget some people don't recognize my voice. But I assure you, Jack, if I was sitting right there in front of you, you'd have no trouble recognizing me. Like I was a member of your family. Even better than a wife, perhaps. A wife can betray you. No man is immune.
I don't talk to people who don't tell me their names.
Oh, Jack, don't be so childish. You're too old to run away from strangers. Yes, we both are. And in our old age, friendship becomes rare and all the more precious. But of course, we must work with new people and find out new names. So if you insist, Jack, let us formally meet. Hello, Jack Boyd. I'm Christopher Sand.
Wonderful, Mr. Sand. And what is it you do for a living?
Oh, you'll soon find out all about that. Well, you'll learn much more than a simple policeman could ever expect. You're a simple policeman no longer, Jack. Don't turn off your phone. You start today.
Interesting. So
8 in
maybe
10.
what I did was in
It's been
vain.
my go-to principle since my first day on the job. I've got to let my colleagues hush up what they need to, 2 out of 10 times, so that they'll help me with the remaining 8. 80 out of 100, 800 out of 1,000. I'm proud of those statistics. It's not so bad for Freeburg, right? But now I just officially became a mafia whore. I'm supposed to be fearing for my life, for the lives of my wife and children. But the only thing I can think, what's gonna happen to 8 and 10?
So yet again, it's all about keeping things good. So my son was in a car accident, doctors are fighting for his life. Jesus Christ. Yes, you can have the day off, don't worry about coming in tomorrow. So yeah, This may seem like a fairly big plot point, but it's also worth keeping in mind that I'm literally about 6 days into the game, so I imagine a lot is about to happen considering you've got about 150, I think it is, you meant to complete. So let's jump into it. Before I do though, I need to hire me a new detective, I think. Shift A, Shift B. Yeah, Shift A, I need one more detective. And I'm going to get the best one there is. Let's go with Dr. Debbie Flagella, which is a great name. Let's get her. Sugar. Here is Shift A. Let's hire her into Shift A. That way we've got exactly what we need. Okie dokie. So, what have we got? We've got some messages. Don't care, not doing that. I'm not bowing to a ridiculous demand. And I'm glad that they didn't force me to do it, because it wouldn't be on for a game to force you to do such weird stuff like that. I got a raise regardless. So let's see how things go.
410A in progress.
Wrong button. Please ignore me. So a young employee at the factory got into a fight with the manager and is trying to push him into a vat of boiling chocolate. Okay, that's much deeper than I thought it was going to be. So let's send a good guy and someone who's not completely terrible like Price. So let's go with that. I was going to leave that to go, but yeah, Jesus Christ, let's not have someone die because of melted chocolate. Although, what a delicious way to go. If you were to go anyway, you know, melted chocolate may not be the worst. So, seems fairly quiet at the moment.
113
Oops,
in
sugar.
progress.
I was about to have a look at this robbery and stick another detective on here. So let's stick Flagella on there. And King. And then on the homicide, let's stick DeBrito on there.
410A
Cool.
complete.
So attempted murder. Oh, we got away. Thought that would be enough. It obviously was not. We've got a carjacking. So, parking lot attendant Dylan Burns reports seeing a teenager walking between cars, trying handles in hopes of finding an unlocked vehicle. Before the attendant could approach him, TJ found an unlocked vehicle door and shut himself inside. A few seconds later, the teen drove, shrieking from the parking lot, greatly exceeding the speed limits. He fled towards the suburbs. So we got a carjacking. I think that's a fairly big case, and it could be dangerous. I'm going to put two really good guys on and Price, just because why not? And also, whilst I wait to do that, I'm just going to quickly check to see what you lovely people are saying to me. Thank you so much for talking to me. So yes, thank you for your message. This is a game called This Is the Police, a simulation game basically of being a police chief, you know, in some weird fictionalized America that I imagine must be set in like the late 80s. Also, like, I'm not a nerd, I'm more of a geek. So yeah, screw you, Sherb. Let's proceed, shall we? I like the art style of it. It's a nice little art style. I like this setup. I don't know how convinced I am at the moment. Obviously, there's like 150 days, as I said, to try and get 500,000. I've got 8 grand at the moment, so I'm way short.
710A in
But I imagine
progress.
once I start being illegal, it might be better.
Looks like we have a
So,
situation.
carjacking in the suburbs. The officers have determined that the car thief's location. So do we overtake the criminal and attempt to take him into custody, catch up with the stolen vehicle and open fire? Nope. I overtake the offender and block the road. I'm gonna go with the first option because I'm very wary that the second option will probably kill the guy, and the third option will probably injure our police officers. I don't want either of those things, so I'm going to try this. And it was the right option, so there we go. I'll be a great police chief again. And we have hostage situation going on. So a weeping child called in saying that someone was holding him against his will. They won't let me outside. They torture me and bully me. I don't think I can keep going. I want to go outside and see Pete. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm definitely sending some of my best people on that one. Don't really want that to have someone escape, so I'm going to send all 4 and proceed. Especially because we've got a cooldown going on at the moment anyway, so by the time the next calls come in I should have more people free. So they're heading out to the suburbs. Obviously it takes a bit longer to get out to the suburbs. We've got a theft in a casino. Dealing with more infused baby bet says that the police will protect him. Okay, so this is the sands. Yeah, I'm not going to start bowing to you just yet. I might do later. Keep pressing the wrong button. Hostage situation. Ah, just wasted a bunch of fucking police officers for no reason. So Joseph Lowry's mother would let him play until he ate his broccoli. So yeah, just wasted 4 police officers because of broccoli. Brilliant. And now we've got a theft on in this casino. So the Ruben Novich Casino. We received a call from an angry casino patron. He claims that one of the casino girls that was hanging around the table lifted his wallet, which was carrying a couple of $1,000s in cash and several credit cards. Casino security shoved him outside, saying that he was drunk, but the man isn't giving up so easily. Let's send one good one, one not so good one. At the moment, still not over 10 grand. Don't really know what to do. I think that's going to be the end of the day. Oh no, there's one more call. Assault with a deadly weapon at parking lot exit. A security guard stopped a suspicious looking van, asked to check the driver's membership card. The female driver reached casually into the glove compartment, pulled a gun and opened fire. Jesus Christ. Cool. So we've sorted out whatever the issue was at the casino. We've got a long time to decide on this one, so I'm going to wait until I can get the best I can and go at it full hog. There we go. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. This should get it sorted. Although, because it is an assault with a deadly weapon, there is also a chance I could end up losing one of my best officers, which, you know, considering I lost a detective just doing his work, I'm a bit wary. Okay, so we open up the investigation again. There's now 3 new frames. So the investigations work a bit differently to everything else. You look at stuff and sort of read testimonies. So they drove down in a sedan and shot with a machine gun. Aha. Which means I can replace, put that frame back and put the machine gun frame in. And then we'll go back up here He had a few muffled shots. He got what he deserved, been causing trouble for a long time, and recently there's been a lot of cursing and carrying on. Some are saying the neighbourhood was quiet. So let's just have a quick further look into what these frames are. Don't know what that is. Don't really know what that is. I think that's probably accurate. Unless it's the other way round, so maybe it would be that one and that one. I don't know, we'll leave it for now.
We've got a situation.
So a police cruiser was caught up with the perpetrated van, assaulted a deadly weapon, tried to run the van off the road. Nope. Use the bullhorn to order the van to stop, or shoot at the criminal's tyres. Use a bullhorn to order to stop an assault with a deadly weapon. The van takes a sharp turn and crashes through the window of a sex shop. A woman exits the vehicle, grabs the shop attendant and puts the gun to the head. So we can either throw a rubber sex doll at the assailant, let go of the man right now, or shoot the criminal in the head.
412.
There we go, that was the right option in that situation at least. Everyone gets a boost, no one gets hurt. I believe that's probably my day. Although it is an extra long day, it would seem. Still going on. Still not much money either. There we go, end of the day. So, yeah. That has been the end of the day, and I'm going to make that the end of the stream as well. So you have seen a very small snippet of this as the police sort of setting up the mood for the story. There's a bit of stuff to learn, and once you take your time to learn it, you might have fun, especially if you're after a new strategy game for the PlayStation 4. This seems something a bit different to what else is normally out there. It's interesting getting to control the police. It will also be very interesting to see how they handle more sensitive issues. But you know, it's the sort of thing of these issues do arise in the police force. You can't ignore them. The same way in TV shows when they always defend using bits of script or like hate speech and stuff, it's defended because that's how they talked in the time. That's always the way it's defended. But yeah, my review will be up on push-start-play.com or push-start.co.uk, whichever website you want to go on. It's both the same thing. Hopefully at some point in the coming weeks. Please make sure to subscribe. Please make sure to follow me on Twitter at Brett Claxton. You know, follow Push Start Media on Twitter as well whilst you're at it. But until next time, I've been Brett Claxton. You've been wonderful. Thank you very much. Good night.